Charlie in Dallas. Hi, Charlie. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hey, Dave. Thank you for taking my call. And
Sure.
Dr. John, good luck on your book launch.
Thank you, good man.
Thank you. So I've been listening to you on and off for a few years, and I finally realized I cannot out-earn my spending, and I really want to reduce risk while income is good, and I want to do it fast, and I think I finally understand the gazelle intensity feeling. But I'm afraid my wife isn't quite feeling the same way. I've kind of come up with a plan, and she's not 100% behind it.
What's your plan?
We owe $35,000 in back taxes from as far back as 2015. I owe $14,700 this year. We owe $12,000 on both of our cars, $12,000 each, and I want to basically sell my car and throw everything we have at the taxes. And I think that we can be done actually in the next 3 to 4 months.
How did you tell her this plan?
Well, we started about January is when I really got serious, and I kind of just
No, but take me and Dave back to you sat down. How did you announce this plan?
I've been asking her multiple times to kind of sit down with me and help me figure out how to create more room in the budget. And then finally we did that, and she got behind it. And I finally kind of encouraged her. I was like, I think you have some really good ideas usually when it comes to saving money, and you're really helpful in all these ways. And I think that if we can just get on the same page, basically listening to you guys, that one, I think our relationship will get a lot better. I think that we'll really make some headway here. I tried to tell her that I really needed her help, and from my understanding, or the way I feel, is I feel like she's just a little bit worried, and I don't know if it has to do with past family stuff with her family and money, or
How long have y'all been married?
Behavior with money. 7 years almost.
How many jobs have you had while you were married?
This one.
How many different plans have you come up with while you were married?
Well, and that is, to be fair, and it's never been to pay off the debt. It's just been, we make enough money. We can do this. We can do that.
Because I have a new idea every 20 minutes, and my wife is always like, "You're scheming and scamming again," and it sounds like you were getting that speech.
Yes. Have you
Pretty
tried?
much.
Have you tried this conversation? Because you came at your wife with a math problem, and you came with her at her with an algorithm. If we do this and this and this, then here's the result. Everything's great. And she's heard that before. Another way to have this conversation is to sit down one night over a meal and hold her hands and say, I am terrified. We're not safe. And I feel scared.
We owe the freaking KGB $35,000.
35 grand. We have two cars that we can't afford. We have a house that we can't afford.
We're not getting traction.
Terrified.
We're not getting traction. I'm afraid we're going to be old and living on social insecurity.
If it's even there. That's a different conversation than, well, honey, cue up the carnival music. I got a new one, right? That's a totally different conversation.
And I have been very excited about this.
Yes. Hey, you're talking to two guys who get excited for a living. I mean, that's us too.
It's a good thing. But what it amounts to is you have a set of information that has informed your emotions that there's hope. She doesn't have that information yet, and her hope button has not been pushed yet because you've got a head start on her. You've been listening to the show. You've been listening to other people do debt-free screams. You've got a legitimate information that has you in a different place than that. And so, I run into that sometimes here in the business and leadership. Sometimes somebody will come in and sit down and they go, okay, here's what we're going to do. And this person here, they're not going to make it. We're going to have to let them go. And I'm like, whoa, stop the train, Junior. You got to catch me up. You've been working on this for a month. You gave me 35 seconds. So you got to spend a minute here catching me up to where I can join you in this, or I'm about to put a quash on your idea. And so I play the wife in that case in your world. But because I don't have the same set of information or emotions that they do from having dealt with this person goofing off or whatever they've been doing inside the business here that they're trying to lead. And so if they catch me up with those emotions, I might get on board or I might have another idea. But we got to get her, so it's, number one, we got to get her caught up. and just go. I think it's a real good thing to go, listen, I don't have all this figured out, and I'm a wee bit excited about this because for the first time I got some hope, and I was previously terrified, and I'm afraid if we don't do something that is way different than what we've been doing, we're going to keep doing what we've been doing, and that's not going to work.
And here's another, number two. I've thrown a lot of hacks at you over the last few years, a lot of schemes and ways to cut corners. My plans don't work. I found a guy's plan that does work for millions of people. Would you be willing to do his plan with me?
Or would you be willing to look at that plan in detail with me and see what you think of it? That'd be okay too. And
You're coming at her with humility.
Let her get caught up with that. Because at least you didn't say I'm going to sell your car.
Yeah.
I knew that wasn't an option.
Yeah, but you were you were close though, because you were like, you got great ideas. You would really look good in a uniform if you were out working. You got close, man.
If you were a nurse, you would be making some money.
See? She'll get there. She'll get there when she looks in the eyes of a man who says, okay, I've had all the plans in the world. I've tried. And this is me taking a knee and saying, my schemes didn't work.
But I think this will work, and it's not my plan.
It's not my plan.
And I'm excited about it. And would you look at it with me?
We do it with me. That's right.
And I'll tell you what, we're going to help you with this. Would you go through a couple of these? Would you look through a couple of these videos with me? We're going to put you into Ramsey Plus as a gift. And that'll put you into Financial Peace University and give you access to the Every Dollar Plus budgeting system, the premium system. And it's all very easy when you do that. But it's kind of like you hear some of these debt-free screams, and you're like, how'd you get your spouse on board? Well, we drove to Florida and had to listen to your podcast all the way to Florida.
Hours, right?
And so it's like, after that, they were on board. Who knew? It's like, I'm trapped in the dadgum car.
But it's they were listening to Dave and these other callers, not you and one of your schemes again, right?
Yeah,
and just hearing it from somebody
else. Pull
else.
up some debt-free screams on YouTube and watch them together.
Watch their body language. Yeah.
Watch those people's. Watch how light they feel. How the position of their shoulders is different. Oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. It's called hope, and it's real. It's very real.